We can now rejoice. Chapter 5 is over. Time to review it.
There's nothing.
Thank you, son.
I honestly feel like Chapter 5 got scammed. Because at least Fracture, showed how we got to the Chapter 4 island. But the OG live event was literally just a 30-minute long ad with the eye candy of Eminem to keep the YouTube Shorts kids stimulated. But for real, why did this event even happen? They gave us such a boring explanation on how we got to Chapter 5. Because, basically the Chapter 1 end event, but, bunch of random dimensions. Multiverses and whatever. It's just so boring and probably the worst chapter build-up we've ever seen. Ever.
Here we go. You don't like to dance? Come on, do the cha-cha. Shorty Spanish, so she like to call me Papa. True fact, everything I do, they call it Flocka. All they do is copy me, I call them Waka. She keep wearing...
Alright, so Season 1 is one of my most played seasons ever, but it was also because I first got back into the game. I played OG, but then I started playing this game. But, was it a bad season? I'm not sure. I mean, obviously there was still a lot of people. We had 5 million people on at one point, I think, because of just people from OG were like, okay, Fortnite's fun, I'll play it for a little bit. The players went down, and by the end of that season, it was just very, very boring. But, it wasn't a horrible season. Could have been better, though. A lot better. Alright, so this is the part of the video where I talk about all of the horrible and annoying features they added to this game. And I'm going to start off with the worst feature, in my opinion, being Bullet Drop. So, I just think that Bullet Drop is probably the worst thing they've ever added in the history of Fortnite. I'm trying to play a silly little shooting game, not Call of Duty. Why do I need to aim in front of my omens? Okay, what is the point of me trying to, track my players? I'm just playing Fortnite. It's not that deep. And they made it even worse with that stupid Striker AR. The Striker AR is fine, but that Bullet Drop, oh my god, makes me want to end myself. And then the Reaper Sniper obviously needed a nerf, but why did they nerf the Bullet Drop? It genuinely fell straight to the floor. And if we have this in Chapter 6, I'm legit gonna crash out, okay?
Crap, I'm in Fortnite! Oh my gosh, this is so freaking epic.
Alright, now we have weapon mods. They were really useful actually in Season 1. In Season 1, I used them a lot actually. I feel like they were actually affecting my gameplay. In Season 2, they did a little bit more with the addition of the thermal scope. But after that, I just barely used the mod bench. Because they started off where they were in the vault, right? You'd go to the vault, you'd fight a boss, you'd get the vault, right? Then you could mod. Right? And you could mod at any time in the game, technically. And then there were some spread out in some other vaults, and there was one on Spawn Island, right? That was the basic premise. But when Season 2 rolled around, all the bosses were gone, so they changed it so that they're on these bunkers that spawn after the 3rd circle, and some of them don't even open, and by that point, a lot of them are already in Storm. So what's the point? I'm modding in the middle of the game when I already have good loot. And most of my weapons that are good already have mods. Come on, it just doesn't make any sense. Also, they just gave up with mods. After Season 2, they haven't added a single mod. They only added 2 during Season 2. It's the speed grip and the thermal scope. The speed grip does literally nothing, and the thermal scope sucks. What is the point of this, Fortnite? I hate you. Alright, this is the part of the video where I'm going to be interviewing some creators shown on screen now, and their channels will be linked in the description. So, let's do some questions. What is your least favorite part about Chapter 5?
I would say what ruined Chapter 5. Maybe the Bullet Drop. It wasn't very good.
My least favorite part of Chapter 5 was definitely the God season, or Chapter 5 Season 2. I didn't really like it that much, and it really wasn't that fun for me, except for obviously the Gatekeeper mythic. That should have had a drum mag. What is Fortnite doing? Or the season after that, Chapter 5 Season 3. Those 2 seasons were very bad and shouldn't have been placed right next to each other.
The worst part about Chapter 5 was the execution on certain aspects. For example, the Avatar: The Last Airbender collab in Season 2, Myths and Mortals. And in that season, we were graced with some of the most divisive mythics, the Avatar: The Last Airbender mythics, waterbending, earthbending, firebending, and airbending. Now, at first glance, it may appear like a Avatar The Last Airbender collab would be a success, and it would have been more of a success if Epic took the right precautions to executing it. But for some context, in this season we were brought Greek mythology themed items. However, when the Avatar collab came, it removed these items from the main Battle Royale experience. Essentially, Fortnite took out the main selling point from the season.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much does bullet drop affect you in every game?
For me, I would say that bullet drop affected me, or like the gameplay for me, probably an 8. It was really bad for me. My main thing, like when it happened, was snipers, because I was really good at hitting shots, doing whatever. Then bullet drop happened and I had like no accuracy.
So bullet drop affecting my game is definitely very annoying, because bullet drop on snipers, when I'm playing like red versus blue maps or something like that, and I take like the Reaper sniper rifle or the heavy impact, and things that should be a headshot, the bullet drop just says and then goes so far down and it hits them in the feet, or it doesn't hit them at all. It's certainly aggravating. So I'd say probably like an 8 or a 9 out of 10 of how much it affects my games.
Now, how much did bullet drop affect me from game to game? Not that much at the beginning of the chapter, but as I progressed in Reload release and I played more Reload, I realized that how much I missed hit scan weapons. Bullet drop was a cool concept and all, but it was a needless change. Something that didn't need to happen. Making changes for the sake of making a change in the gameplay ultimately wasn't positive in my opinion. And with that being stated, bullet drop affected my game at around a 5 out of 10, basically meaning that I didn't love it, nor did I hate it, it just kind of existed, and it was somewhat of a hindrance, but at times I somewhat liked the gameplay aspect of it.
Do you think Chapter 6 would be better?
No. Chapter 5 was my first season of... Chapter 5 was my first season... Chapter 5 was my first chapter of Fortnite. So, it's always gonna kind of have a special place in my heart.
And I really hope Chapter 6 will be better. The first season has been leaked to be confirmed as a, like, Japanese, like an ancient Japanese season with, like, samurai and stuff like that. So I'm very excited for that. I love Japan, I love samurai, blah, 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 blah. I love it.
And finally, do I think Chapter 6 will be better? Without a shadow of a doubt. If the leaks are correct, and we're getting a samurai-themed Season 1, as well as bring back OG Chapter 1 back as a permanent mode, and as well as bring back new movement and possibly getting rid of bullet drop, this could be a game-changing chapter. And historically, Chapter 2 and 4 are labeled as some of, if not the best chapters. And if we're going off that, Chapter 6 could possibly be considered as one of the best of all time as well.
Alright, so the map was actually something I didn't hate about Chapter 5. I mean, Season 1, it was very basic, but I think that was fine. It was okay. And honestly, these are some of the prettiest maps I've ever seen. Like, I've been hating all video, but like, why is every biome so pretty? Even like the, like even the area, like, near Pleasant Piazza, like, even that area is, like, nice and pretty still. Even though it's probably my least favorite area. Like, the desert looks so good with that orange color. Oh my god, the Greek area, they actually somehow did, like, orange slash yellowy grass, like, well. I'm looking at you, Primal. The underworld looked so cool, especially during Fortnitemares. And, like, the Doom grassy area, just amazing. Like, that was so pretty with, like, the trees and stuff. And the map changes were, like, they actually made sense. Unlike Chapter 2, and I love Chapter 2, don't get me wrong, those map changes made 0 sense. How did we go from a basic island for like 4 seasons to sand, orange grass stuff, aliens, and then basically back to the Season 1 map? Just what? Alright, I was too positive about Chapter 5 there for a second. Time to talk about the loot pool. So, there's, a couple items in the loot pool I actually like, so I'm gonna talk about those. So, the Heavy Sniper, because it was just fun to use. The Reaper Sniper, for the same reason. Thunderburst SMG, super satisfying. The Combat Shotgun, only balanced shotgun at all. It was the only balanced shotgun in that chapter, like, I'm sorry. The Combat AR, the only bad part was the recoil. The Striker Burst Rifle, again, fun to use. Dual micro SMGs, just great armored wall counter. And looking at you, Chainsaw, that wasn't balanced. Speaking of Chainsaw, Mythics will not be on this list, so consider them part of the core loot pool. Anyway, that was 7 items. 7 items out of a entire chapter loot pool. So let's start off with the underpowered ones. Hammer Pump. I'm not even gonna play this. Hyper SMG, like, just mid. Harbinger, that recoil, like what? Nemesis AR, the ruined with the Ranger AR, so boo. Stark Blast Rifle was just so bad. The Triming Laser Rifle, just the blue went insane on that weapon. The Warforged AR was just not really good. And that's all the underpowered ones. Sorry if I missed some, I probably missed a bunch. The balanced ones were the Striker AR, I was just bored of that weapon, it was boring. Sovereign Shotgun's one of my least favorite shotguns to use. Monarch Pistol's boring. Same thing for the Ranger Pistol. Hand Cannon felt really weird with bullet drop. And now we have the OP ones. Again, sorry if I missed a bunch. First of all, we have the Riot Shield. I mean, I was a sucky little nerd that season, so I played Zero build. And Frenzy Auto Shotgun just being the Frenzy Auto Shotgun. And the Gatekeeper Shotgun just, again, being the Gatekeeper Shotgun. Sorry, I probably missed way too many there. I'm really sorry. Yeah. Do collabs ruin Fortnite? I mean, that's a very important question. I'll probably save it for a whole nother video. But it just depends, because Fortnite is definitely at its best with original ideas. And if you watch my Season 2 video, you know I think Season 2 was good for a month. And then we got the Avatar update, and for reference, Avatar is possibly my favorite series of all time. And Fortnite definitely took all of my money that update. But God, did it ruin the season, because it was for a month, an entire month. The season was just fully Avatar themed. They removed all of the season, they just removed the entire season theme for some collab. And I like the collab, don't get me wrong, but why would you remove the Greek-themed items in the Greek season? And then, right after that, they changed all the mythics for Star Wars mythics. It doesn't make any sense. I was so bored that season that I started playing LEGO Fortnite. Speaking of LEGO Fortnite... okay. So, Chapter 5 is the first chapter to actually, you know, have the Metaverse as, like, a thing. And I'm just tired of people blaming Fortnite being bad on the Metaverse. It's not the Metaverse's fault. Everyone's like, oh, Tim Sweeney ruined the game. It was better when Donald Mustard made it. And yes, I think the Donald Mustard era was better, but I don't blame it on Tim Sweeney. Because Donald Mustard always envisioned the Metaverse. Don't blame it on like, Tim Sweeney, Metaverse, bad. It's not. Reload is part of the Metaverse and everyone seems to love Reload. It's just because you don't have as much fun with these modes doesn't mean they're bad. They don't have their player base. Besides Rocket Racing, that one sucks. Like, they're trying to do something, and just because it doesn't work as well doesn't mean it's bad. Also, they're not taking away from Battle Royale. I don't know where people even got that from. They've said on multiple occasions from insiders that they literally have separate teams. Like, LEGO Fortnite isn't taking away from Battle Royale. It's just that they use this for the Star Wars example. There was a lot more focus on LEGO Fortnite. It's just because they wanted LEGO Fortnite to be in the spotlight for that update. And yes, Battle Royale update wasn't that good that season, but that season also sucked anyway, so I don't care. Just stop complaining. No one actually cares. The Metaverse, just don't blame the Metaverse. That's all I need you to do, okay? Please, stop blaming the Metaverse. I'm done with this. It's so stupid. Alright, okay, so, overall thoughts, I just think there's one phrase I can just describe Chapter 5 with, and that's missed potential. Every single season had so much potential, and they just didn't hit the mark in my opinion. Besides Season 1, that season, really good. I might even put it in my top 5, it's actually a really good season, looking back, but like, think about it. Season 2, they could have kept with that theme, they could have introduced more Greek-themed items. They went for all collabs, it was just dumb, didn't make any sense. They could have even tried to make like, I'm not a big Star Wars fan, I don't know how that stuff works. Some Greek Star Wars thing, I don't even know if that's a thing, I'm just rambling on right now. but like something. They could have done something. I don't know why they just did nothing. That's the thing. And then season 3, they nerfed everything to the ground instantly. When the cars got their first nerf, they actually became balanced. And they kept nerfing them and kept adding counters. Besides the heavy sniper, they could have kept that in. I love the heavy sniper. It's actually my Pookie Bear. Love you, heavy sniper. And then season 4, we had a Marvel season. We've had a Marvel season before this. Those mythics were really fun to use. Why don't you just add them back, or add them in an LTM, or do something? Speaking of LTMs, that LTM was so bad. Like, also, the storyline this season just didn't hit. Yeah. There was so much I didn't touch on, by the way. So, if you want more about this and more about Chapter 5, let me know. I'm too busy playing Remix, though. Thank you guys all for 1K subs, by the way. Yeah, that's just amazing. You guys are the best. I love you guys so much. Big announcement coming soon. I'm still working on that video. Creator code is a work in progress. That's taking a while. Just love you all. Bye. Thank you.